Dude puts his arm around me and say, "Which one of y'all fucking?" What that means is I'm trying to hunch how much you cost, right? And I wasn't selling no pussy. You know, even though it's a lot of women out there who do sell pussy, it wasn't me. Or at least not to him. I don't hear nobody out there. Did DMX wait to page 200 and let's say 12 to get to the fucking point? Answer yes. Are we finally there? Answer yes. Have we been waiting for this moment all of our lives? Answer yes. Finally, we get to the part of the book that matters. Not that wet bullshit. All right. Give me one, she told Wah in a hurry. Wendy wasn't the best person to give "Can't Touch Me, Kid" to. She wasn't Ed Lover or a mix show DJ like Red Alert or Funkmaster Flex, but at least she would hear it and hopefully talk about it. As I watched her drive away, I felt like Wah and I had accomplished something. Then I saw something that I couldn't believe. There, lying on the ground, was a record Wah had just given her. That fucking bitch dropped my single on the street. I was crushed. Wah couldn't even say anything. He just started walking back to the truck. I really thought "Can't Touch Me, Kid" was going to blow. Years later, I considered that maybe it really was inconvenient for Ed Lover to carry a big record around in a club all night. And since she was rushing so fast, maybe there was a chance that Wendy could have accidentally dropped my joint. But then standing there in that street, I just knew that both of them dissed me. Compared to School Street projects, there was more room on Ravine. While School Street was a self-contained set of high-rises, Ravine's buildings were only a few stories high, and they were spread out about 5 blocks. Ravine also ran parallel to the Hudson River, so through the trees you could see the water in New Jersey on the other side. I was standing in the street having a conversation with my man, Hip. He had just picked his daughter up from the babysitter. We hadn't seen each other since I had got out of jail, so I was telling him about everything that was going on with my music and the different songs I was doing. Then something made me look up, and I saw 3 ninjas walking down the middle of the street towards us. They all had their hands in their pockets. We got action. I recognized one of them from Slow Bombs, but something wasn't right about the look in his eyes. Alright, dog, I'm gonna holler at you later, I said to Hip, slowly backing up. My spidey sense was tingling. Then the 3 of them called out to me, "Yo, don't run." As soon as I heard "don't run," I was gone. I sprinted down that street as fast as I could, and right away they pulled burners out and started busting. Listen, some people be like, "Nay, you old rich white woman." Not exactly rich, I'm not that, but I am a comfortable wife. Okay, I ain't no housewife no more, I'm a wife. But it's certain events that happened in my life that I don't ever want to go through again. Pause, this is story time. One day, me, Mick, all the dudes from 640, the OGs, had went up to this place called the Clubhouse. It was uptown. Okay, like we lived uptown, but it was further uptown, like over there by where I went to high school at, Roosevelt. Because the Clubhouse, that was the name of it, had just opened. And wherever Essence went, baby, we was there. Okay, because Essence was the It Go-Go band then. We mad. The doors were supposed to open at like 10. It's now 10:30, 10:45, and they still haven't opened the doors. But they saying that if you there before like 10, 10:30, something like that, you can get in at a certain price. After that, man, they was banging them ninjas' heads open. You hear me? Some of them dudes was paying like, back then, like $100 to get through the doors. So anyway, Morton Street up there, and we're trying, that's 640. Morton Street up there, and we're trying to get in. Kennedy Street is also there. We all uptown, but these ninjas ain't best friends. All right. You know, we're all uptown, but different areas could have beef with each other. So anyway, child. It's starting to rain. Mick is mad as shit. And the dude puts his arm around me and say, which one of y'all fucking? What that means is I'm trying to hunch how much you cost, right? And I wasn't selling no pussy. You know, even though it's a lot of women out there who do sell pussy, it wasn't me. Or at least not to him. Or if I was selling vagina, then I was selling it to whoever I was messing with at the time. So Mick came over and Mickey's like, man, they get on my nerves. She's getting antsy. Because she mad, because she like, we could have just came at our regular time if they was going to be bullshit. The dude came over and put his arms around both of us. Oh, Lord. And said, which one of y'all? Mickey was so pissed. Okay, she nudged the dude off and was like, man, get off me. The dude was like, man, I ain't playing. Which one of y'all trying up tonight? Mickey picked the dude up, slammed him up against the wall. This dude was from Kennedy Street. And Kennedy Street, I went to school with all of these dudes. All right, all of these goddamn dudes. Kennedy Street came by and sucker punched Mickey because Mickey had the dude up against the wall. She took that hit. Man, she took that fucking hit. And was like, dazed like, One of the dudes from Morton Street said, man, Mickey fighting. I'm standing there like a dummy, like a deer in the headlight. I did not know if Morton Street had anything on them. Okay? The next minute I heard, fire 'em up, fire 'em up. Found out later that Morton Street didn't have anything on them. Because you can't take the pistols in the club with you. I'm not sure if they were checking people then, but I knew that you couldn't have it in that line. Right? Man, somebody who had no intentions on going in the club was there. Because we heard, fire 'em up, fire 'em up. I'm hearing pop, 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 pop. My dumb ass is just standing around because I can't believe it was like a blink of a second. Somebody grabbed me, threw me down, and was like, get down, Nay, get down. They grabbed Mickey, threw her down and everything. Then when I looked up, I seen the back of Morton Street, all the dudes running down, what was that? Was that 13th Street? 13th Street. Okay. The police was right there, so they couldn't even get to the car to get their pistols, so they had to keep running all the way back to Morton Street. It's so many times that the Lord could have took me up off of this earth, baby, and he chose not to. That's why I live a calm, pseudo-rich white woman life. Okay? That's what I do. I don't want no parts of no hood bush no more. Because I've seen enough of death, murder, robbing, stealing, tricking, hoeing, drugging, all that. I've seen all that shit in the 80s. And I don't want a part of that no more. As soon as I heard, don't run, I was gone. I sprinted down that street as fast as I could, and right away they pulled burners out and started busting. They were shooting for real. At least 4 shots rang out behind me before I made it to the end of the block. I saw Hip dive between 2 parked cars to protect his daughter. Then 2 more shots whizzed past me by the time I hit the corner. Obviously, they weren't after him. Oh man, it's going down. What's it about this time? Meaning this ain't the first time niggas done tried to kill him. Around the corner, I ducked through a backyard fence and just kept running and running. They never caught me. I needed all of my track skills for that one. It didn't take me long to figure out what the deal was. So DMX had came across this young dude around the way. The young dude had a burner. DMX was like, let me borrow that. I'm finna go rob somebody. The guy was like, all right, you a dummy for giving somebody your pistol in the first place. You know he could murk somebody with that goddamn pistol, and you take the damn gun back, and you like, la-da-da. You get caught with that gun, and before you know it, you got a body. That was stupid. But anyway, DMX didn't give the dude back his gun because he felt like he's stupid. He shouldn't have gave me the gun in the first place. I agree. He didn't keep the gun. He sold it to somebody because, you know, crackheads are going to do crackhead things. That's what happens. It was a pretty black 9mm. And when the driver we stuck only had $40 on him, the skies were dark and I decided to sell the gun to get some more dough. So I guess when he's talking about darkness, He's talking about his addiction. The kid didn't know how to use it anyway. But of course it wasn't his piece in the first place. And so he told the gun's real owner that I had stolen it from him. Now the owner wanted me dead. If the owner was a real nigga though, he would have known that a nigga can only lose a gun. He can't get it stolen from him. But once a ninja shoots at you, there's no room for argument. I was just glad that my instinct didn't let me down. I saw those bastards about 100 yards away, just enough space for me to get gone. I didn't realize then that this was the second time the Lord put his hands on me. Don't bring the Lord in this, DMX. The Lord ain't got nothing to do with saving your ass. You done too much bullshit to old ladies for the Jesus to want to save you. Moving forward, the dude set up an event for him to perform at this college called Drexel in Philadelphia. Remember, his father lives in Philadelphia with his younger brothers. I think it's two of them. One of their names is Joe. Joe, I called out to him before he passed me again and made the same mistake twice. Because Joe is at the event, but Joe don't recognize his brother. Oh, shiz, Earl, you don't remember what I look like? Nah, I just didn't see you. Later, he did admit that he was looking for a guy closest to his more light-skinned complexion. Joe was a few years younger than me, and spending time with him, I realized that we had many of the same mannerisms. We had a good time together in Philly that night. I taught my little brother how to smoke weed, and for the moment, I forgot about my father. He pissed off at his daddy. But he ain't shit daddy too. I was booked to open for this popular hip-hop group called DOS Effects. And even though that meant the performance would be full, I was more excited with the fact that meant there would probably be some good food backstage. After I ate up all the KFC that had been ordered for everyone, the promoter threatened to cancel my part of the show, but I didn't give a fuck 'em. I was hungry. What? How you gonna go in the back and eat up all the KFC? Later that night, though, Joe did me greasy. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Earl said he didn't want to see his father because he was disappointed in his father. He felt that his brother Joe did him greasy, like he said. No, Earl. Greasy, that's right, Lulu. Greasy is telling a young dude that you gonna borrow his pistol and rob somebody with it. And because the person you robbed only had $40 on him, you was itching and scratching for the cracker rockers. Okay, you decided to sell the pistol. Almost get your man hip and his daughter shot because you the type of mother can't nobody stand next to. Child, that's greasy. All right, almost getting a little girl murked is greasy. Why would anybody want to be your friend? Don't they know who you are? Anyway, my father was standing in the lobby. He was wearing 4 different pairs of leg warmers. Red and white stripes, purple, green, and orange. All of them were different lengths. He also had on a pair of tan corduroy pants that were tucked inside the leg warmers with a tan corduroy jacket with elbow patches. And he had dreadlocks. Oh, no, I don't think so. Hold on. Let me think for a minute. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It didn't take me long not to like him. Now I know that I didn't try very hard either, but I was a child. No, you wasn't. You a grown-ass man robbing, stealing, jacking, rapping with a baby mama and a baby. You ain't a child. I was the one who had suffered for years from the choices he had made, and I didn't feel like talking. I wasn't the one who left. Within 5 minutes, our conversation was over, and after more than 15 years being without him, my father was gone again. Soon after my trip to Philadelphia, I was back in Valhalla Correctional Facility.
Hey, do my favorite go-go song. Taking a ride on the east side, made a left on MLK. What a beautiful day, what a beautiful day. Riding high on the west side, looking for a hood rat to play. Won't you come out and play, won't you come out and play? Hey, taking a ride, hey, hey, on the south side, ooh, ooh, MLK. Hey, 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 we like that good. Say what?